Jukebox Rehab -1 is still under the weather, but we got Morgan, Dusty, and Mike. So excited for you guys to be here, man. I know it's been some time. We were actually just talking off the record. That last time we did a podcast, it was right by your birthday, Mike.
Right. Yeah.
Sure was.
We're coming up on a full year. First of all, I mean, how are you guys doing? It's been a minute.
Great. Ooh, good.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
Well rested.
That's
Good.
right.
I'm glad. Well, see, so that's the thing, right? That you got a lot of downtime over this. And I know from a creative perspective, you guys are always so busy. You're always outperforming. So what has it been like as a band for you guys to try to navigate this while everybody's trying to figure out what the hell is going on? How did you guys figure out what the hell was going on?
Well, we decided to stay busy as much as we could. So where we were staying busy doing shows and stuff, we've kind of focused our mindset towards the recording process now. John, who's not here, he's been writing a lot and came up with a lot of really cool tunes. I know Mike's been working on the drum stuff for that. He's been working on the guitar stuff. We're about to get the vocals down on all the stuff. So, yeah, we've been staying busy as we can.
That and we started a podcast, I guess a few months ago that we were doing every other Thursday, and bringing some special guests onto the podcast, like some of my buddies in the community, some other musicians and bands, and that's been going really well too.
Have you found that kind of just comes naturally to you guys, or has that been kind of new waters to navigate?
A little bit of both. It's natural in the sense that we're entertainers anyway. Full-blooded, I reckon.
Yeah.
And so in that aspect, it comes super natural. We love to talk to people. We love to get to know people and learn new things and talk about stuff, but the technical aspect is a little bit different because all of us are kind of illiterate on a lot of levels as far as all the gear and different things that you need to do a good job. But we're more focused on just putting out quality content, and we'll get better at the way it sounds and the way it looks over time.
We also know how to hire the people that know how to use the equipment too.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank God for Phil.
Yeah,
Watkins.
shout out to Phil
Watkins in the house. So yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, that's, it's a big thing for a lot of people. I know even for myself, like I would love to get more into video editing and things like that, but I know when I first do it, I'm going to suck. So I just keep pushing it off. So once you just get over that initial like fear of it not being the best that it can be, because the more you do it, the better it's going to get. So that's dope that you guys were like, you know what, we know we're good on this aspect. We can find the help where we need it for the stuff that we're not good at.
Yeah. And I mean, it was really like Dustin and Phil's kind of like ideas, really Phil's idea that he wanted kind of something to do during this break. And he decided to learn this software. And with that, he was like, oh, we can do podcasts with it. And we had always joked about doing it. And it was like, what a perfect time to try it out.
So when are you dropping new episodes? Where can people find your podcast if they want to keep up with you guys?
JBR Live on Facebook. You can find that on our Facebook page, Jukebox Rehab. You can also find it on our YouTube page. We have a website, which is jukeboxrehabmusic.com. So you can Google Jukebox Rehab and you'll find everything. We make sure that we're easy to find.
Yep.
Now, we're going to talk about what people can expect from your shows and stuff in just a few, because we're so excited to have you in Columbia. I'm geeked. What you guys got out, though, from what I could tell, like following along on your social media and stuff, you had been performing for some time, whether it was like more like social distance shows. What was that like for you as far as getting out there again in like a pandemic? Was it weird? Was it very important for you to provide that entertainment for people?
Once again, a little bit of both. It kind of seems, we have times where it feels like normal again on some weekends.
Yeah.
But for most part, you always have that in the back of your mind, when you're going to talk to people, especially out at shows, shaking hands and stuff, to be a little bit more socially conscious with the virus going on and everything. So from that standpoint, we haven't been able to have as much as a one-on-one face interaction as we're kind of known for and like to have. But like I said, we've kind of compensated with the podcast, and we felt that was still a way where we could talk to people openly about whatever needs to be talked about. So it's been a little weird, but the good thing is we still have fun with it when we go out, so we can't wait for it to get back.
And we're terrible at not just keeping on. None of us know how to sit on our hands or zip up our mouths or any of that stuff. So it is weird when you're playing and performing to, like, we've done a couple drive-in shows, and I think we have another one coming up on the 18th. When you finish a song and you actually hear crickets, because everybody's so far away.
Listen,
that's weird.
That's my entire radio career, though. And people always say, "Oh, don't you don't know that you're talking to anybody." I'm like, that's how I like it. I sit in that studio and I make myself laugh, and then I turn my mic off and I go home, and I'm like, I had a great time. I don't know what anybody else felt for it.
You need a laugh track on you at all time.
And or crickets.
Or crickets. That's probably, you guys know me a little bit. That's probably more likely for me. So you are going to be here. You're going to be at Market on Main this Friday. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Let's talk about your show. What can for people who haven't seen you, people who are, you're new to the Columbia market in the Columbia area, kind of describe your vibe and your energy to them.
It's an acoustic rock and roll show, flat out. Like, I think we love country music so much, but we're naturally a rock and roll band. So we love the performance. We love the banter. We love just jamming together. There's a lot of improvisation in what we do. Like our segues and things are always kind of off the cuff. And we don't actually have a set list, I don't think, which is normal.
But recently we decided that we're going to start putting out more original stuff in the shows. Yeah. And so it's going to be an original heavy show. It's about time.
Yep. We have about an hour and a half worth of original material now. So it'll probably be at least 50-50, if not 70-30.
You guys dropped 2 Empty Glasses and Wild on a Weekday, right? They're my top 2 favorite. I think they might be, if you look on Spotify, they might be your most streamed. But when we had met, I was on a country station and we were playing some of these songs, and I was like, Wild on a Weekday is better than half of this trash that we're playing.
I love it.
Well, that sounds very disrespectful. So I shouldn't call it trash. But I just felt like your music is more, I don't know, there's just something different about it as far as, being in the country arena. And the joke is you hear a lot about it, like, trucks, pickup, Daisy Dukes, and beer. And it's not like, that's what anybody's talking about in any kind of format, genre as far as music. We're all talking about the same thing: cars, chicks, getting drunk, having a good time, right? It's just different versions of it. But I appreciated and respected Wild on the Weekdays. I'm like, this sounds like, your sound and just your guys' energy together. It's such a good song. So I'm really hoping that, and because you guys had signed with a label, right?
Or management. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I was hoping to see that being pushed out across country stations. I'm like, I feel like now's the time. You can have your big name artists in any format, but names don't really matter so much. It's all about the originality, the craft, the passion, and you guys so have that. So I'll be excited for that to be on display in Columbia. What are some of your favorites to play? Like, as you hit the road with more originals, do you still is Wild on the Weekday one of your favorites? Have you come into a new lane?
I think we have some new babies. We have 6 or 7 new babies, new songs. And I think I would probably say for most of us, we're hooked on the new ones right now.
Yeah.
You always are.
You always are. And that's how it is. But I mean, as far as just playing shows, people sing back Wild on the Weekday like crazy. And that's always cool,
But that's the show. That song encompasses what JBR is as far as, especially on a live performance.
But it is just fun to play, just to get that response. Anytime you get that response from a crowd, obviously it's just, you just take it in. Yeah. You just take it in.
And we're excited to have you guys down here again. It's going to be this Friday, Market on Main. Doors open at 7 o'clock. And I asked you before we started this, I said, you guys start right at 7? Because I'm a dork and I like to go to bed. So you guys are starting at 7.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. If people want to follow you, they can check you out. Where's the best place? Instagram, Twitter, the podcast. Just remind everybody where they can catch up with you.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right. We're on Facebook, Jukebox Rehab on Facebook, Jukebox Rehab on Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, all the social media outlets. Anywhere you can buy music, you can find our original music. We're everywhere. Look us up on YouTube. You see our podcast every other Thursday as well.
All right, dope. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got work to do, and we'll see you here on Friday.
Can't wait, Amy. So good to
Johnny,
see you.
buddy, get better, bud. Drink some moonshine.
Yeah,
We love you.
See you.